Welcome to this look at a new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. This is the Green Valley. This is a new mod map out by Oito. This is a really good map. It's 404.39 megabytes to download, which seems quite high, but you get a lot of bang for your buck. I'm going to say now, there are a lot of sound effects around the map, which are really cool, but at times a little bit loud. You'll see as we go around, but they are very cool as you go around. It adds an extra level of immersion to everything. The map looks like this. On New Farmer, which I'm on, and I'm on normal economy, you start with this plot of land here, with field 1, a few trees and stuff around it. Main farm area, we've got a horse stable and we've got a pig pen. Now, slot count we'll talk about in a moment. You start with a ton of stuff. The map itself, we've got a cluster of fields here. Field prices on the smaller fields are really, really reasonable. They do build up to some medium ones, again, not too expensive. And then the massive field down here at 1.8 million, just over 1.8 million. But there are a few other plots, again, not too expensive, so you can gradually build your way up. We've got a couple of forested areas. Again, not too expensive. That one around the sawmill, which is just there. And then to the north, that's all just wilderness. So it does say you can choose. You can start here with the main farm and gradually build up your farm from here. Contracts are available. So if you want to keep contracts, you might not want to buy all of those because then you'll lose your contracts. So what you could do is use those for contracts, and then you could then start expanding out into the wilderness. As far as field prices, again, you look at the sort of way the plots are split up. We've got one there for 165, then 700, and they do vary size, shape, that kind of thing, but you can gradually expand out into the wilderness or start in the wilderness and work your way down. However you want to go about it is entirely up to you. We do have a quarry down here. When we get to it, that's very impressive. Voted best quarry by Quarry Magazine 2021. But you'll like that when we get down to here because that's really cool. So that's field prices. There are collectibles. There are 100 collectibles. I haven't found a biogas plant. I don't know if I'm losing my mind. I haven't come across one. But again, there's plenty of space, plenty of plots you can buy, and you can put one. There's loads of modded ones about. You can stick one in. If we come across it while we're going around, then all the better. But I'm not sure if we will. So, there's a lot of greenery, as you can imagine. The Green Valley. Let's open the gates and head into the farm area. Let's get the map open at the bottom. So, you'll get a kind of idea of the amount of equipment we start with. There's loads of it. I mean, absolutely loads of it. Look in here. Rock picker, roller, seeders, planters, fertilizer and lime spreader, header and header trailer, cultivator, all tucked away in there. The slot count on New Farm is 1,603. It's up there, but like I say, you do get a lot of stuff. Farm management start from scratch is 1,189, which is still up there because the map's got a load of detail on it. We've got a weather station just there. Just to be aware, so we'll jump here and stand on the fence here a little bit. So, this is New Farmer. We'll have a look around all the stuff in a moment. Farm management start from scratch. The slot count comes down by so much. You don't have any of the start machinery, vehicles, you don't have any of this. You don't have the greenhouse, you don't have the sleep trigger, you don't have any of the vehicles and machinery. There's a whole load of stuff out there as well. You don't start with any of that, and it will look like this. So, we'll go back around here and open the gate. We do have a dog kennel. Now, I did have a wander around and checking stuff out before I came onto here, and I couldn't even find the dog. So what we'll do is fill the bowl, and hopefully he'll come back. He does go on a bit of a wander. But, we do have the bee honey spawn point. We'll have a look at where that is in a moment. We've got a jet wash, we've got an Abbey tanker, water trailer. We do start with a load of solid fertiliser. We do start with some herbicide and some liquid fertiliser. We do start with a small greenhouse here as well, which has stuff in it already. It's all good to go. That's running already. This is the shed with house in it by Oito, and it's kind of included. We come in here, we've got our wardrobe trigger just there, our sleep trigger just over here, then we come down into the workshop. Well, I say workshop, I thought on the modded version of this there was a workshop trigger. I've been all around here and I couldn't find it. Unless I've just misplaced it, but I can't find the workshop trigger here. But anyway, we've got a forklift truck. Actually, where's the lights? Get the lights on. Be easier, wouldn't it? Turn on shed lights, there we go. Some John Deeres, 2 John Deere tractors here and a John Deere harvester, and then outside the door here we've got another John Deere tractor with front loader stuff, Berkman trailer, normal trailer, Farmer 400 silo, 400,000 litre, standard crop type silo. So, like I say, you do start with a fair bit, and that's not all of it. There is still more to come. It's impressive stuff, I have to say. So, from here, actually, we'll grab one of the tractors. Let's grab that one, still a bit faster. No, not the forklift. Now, as far as build mode, what is the modder map maker put in for us? Well, under build mode, we have got under farmhouses, we've got the farmhouse rim, which is 55 grand. We've got under, is it containers or tools? Under containers, down there we've got that liquids tank, 100,000 litre water tank. We'll see that later on. And then what else have we got? Oh yeah, under greenhouses, under production. And then the greenhouses, we've got these Green Valley modded greenhouses. They're a little bit cheaper than the standard in-game ones. I don't think the production speed's any quicker, actually. Let's double check that. Like, so we do start with the small one on New Farmer, but we don't on the others. 72, 72, 72, or maybe it is a little bit faster. Production speeds. And collectibles, I said there are collectibles. There's one up there in the tree. So there are collectibles around the map as well. So let's whiz off and check out the next bit. And then we can pick up our next vehicle. This is another one of those maps that has a very immersive, I know I've mentioned the word immersive already with the sound effects, but there's a very natural feel to it. I know I say it every now and again, it doesn't feel contrived, it doesn't feel forced. It's very well made, very well smoothed out, very well blended. It doesn't feel clunky at all anywhere. Oh, did I say? No, well, maybe one place, but it's a bit of a time. But generally speaking, it's pretty good. So, actually, what I'm going to do, after sort of training myself to leave the engines running, I need to turn that one off. So, horses. Here, we've got a horse stable. We've got 4 out of 8 horses, Velvet, Kapusta, Lucky and Pilgrim at the moment. They do have feed. They're all good to go. But in here, talking of vehicles and equipment and machinery, we've got a pickup and we've got a horse trailer, horse box. We'll grab the pickup, so it'll be quicker to get around the map. We've got a pig pen. We've got 30 out of 108, I think it is. They also have pig food. They're good to go if we go up and have a look at our animals there. So we've got 10 German landrace, Bentheim Black Pied, and Berkshires, depending on when you're from. But I say they've all got feeds and stuff to keep them going to get started with. Then we've got Surrey spreader. We've got a forage wagon with some straw in it by the look of it. And we've got a livestock trailer. Loads of stuff. Absolutely loads of stuff. So what we'll do, actually, probably now it's not a bad time. Let's have a look. I'm not going to read it all out because, like I say, I mean, look down. It's so much stuff. 3 John Deere tractors, John Deere harvester, the forklift, pickup, Rudolph trailer we've already seen, header, stone picker we've seen, the cultivator, the seeder we've seen, the planter we've seen, roller, sprayer. Where was that? Was that in that shed? Might have been tucked behind something. The fertiliser, K105 we've seen, slurry tank we've just seen, forage wagon, we've seen the Abbey animal transport, front loader gear, weights, we've seen all that, and the Berkman trailer. So there's a fair bit. Now, weirdly, under leased items there's not showing anything, but when we get to the main vehicle shop, vehicle dealer, there's a forklift truck there, which I'm assuming has just been put in. It's there. You don't own it, but it's also not leased, so it's there for you to use down at the vehicle dealer, but we'll get to that later on. Up through the trees just here, we've got the beehives. So the honey spawn point was over there. The beehive is just here. Now, if we go into our landscaping and demolish, All the stuff, obviously, once you own the land, you know, the stuff that's on here can be removed. If you don't want these buildings or this stuff in particular, the greenhouse, whatever it might be, you can get rid of all the stuff that's there, including fences. The fences can be removed as well, as you can see. I don't know if the hedges can. I think the hedges might... Oh, no, hedges will go as well. So, yeah, if you want to remove all that, you absolutely can. Makes it a bit more modular and versatile. Not fixed in place, which is pretty handy. So, back to the pickup, and let's continue on. This does say the map is precision farming compatible. Now, whether that means normally a map will default to the Giant's standard soil map, but the fact it says it's compatible, I would assume it's got a weather pattern, weather system, but it will also should have a custom soil map. I assume it will have a custom soil map. On the left-hand side, then we've got carpentry as we're moving westward. Carpentry is just there. To this side, we've got the spinnery just here. Just here, we've got 2 more greenhouses. So these are large greenhouses, but these are to be purchased. These are £9 grand each, so you can buy these if you want. If not, they can just stay there. We've got a loading ramp just there, and then that water tank I was saying about, 100,000 litre. Now there's tons of modded water points you can put in, but you can fill this up yourself in various different degrees. It will take water, milk, liquid fertiliser, herbicide, diesel. It says sort of water tank on the description, but so you can put whatever you want into it and then come and collect it, which could make life a little bit easier if you wanted it there. It could be like a garden centre point if you wanted to. Now a lot of these bits, actually saying that on the map, aren't purchasable. So these bits here, I'm clicking on that like that, you can buy, that can buy. But the bits that have got sell points on, generally speaking, you can't. This one, you can. That's 8,500. So this plot here, if you want to put other placeables on it, other storage tanks, you know, whatever you want to do. Yeah, so if you wanted to make it into more of a proper sort of, a garden centre, you can. We can just whiz through here. Tucked through here, we've got the bakery. Now, what I was saying about the level of detail, as you go around, you hear that? I said about sound effects. You've got people in the buildings, in the houses. But it's all the stuff. There's nothing better than having a tractor on your driveway. How cool is that? But again, it feels lived in. It feels like it's a proper, you know, a proper area that people are working and doing stuff, which is cool. Gas station on the right. Again, loads of detail, loads of vehicles. It's why the download is quite high, because of the amount of detail, and it really does add to it all. Johnson's Farmers Market around the back here. Sell point. And as we whiz around the back here, we then come to the dairy, which is just there. And just behind the dairy is where we were just now at our main farm area. So that's the first cluster of sell points. Now, we're going to head south, down to the quarry. The quarry, I have to say, it's impressive. When I kind of joked and said voted best quarry, I don't want to upset anybody, and having done a dabble into placing some rocks and, you know, on the Western Wilds and making my own little quarry, I didn't dig into the ground to do it, I kind of went up. But of all the maps that have got quarries on, for me, personal choice, this is the best one, I think, personally. So if you like doing a bit of rock work, it's always that thing, I know people always say, because on PC there's the mining stuff you can do, and gold mine and all sorts of things. This is sort of, I suppose, as it stands at the moment, the closest we can get. But the quarry itself is huge, and there are loads of deposits of rock, as you can see, all over the place. There's one here, I mean, they're all over. So this quarry is about 700,000 to buy. I want to say 717,000? 771. Right digits, wrong order. Which is cool anyway. And in all honesty, if you're going to turn the rock to lime, get yourself a lime production building if you wanted to do that. Produce the lime yourself, then sell it, you can. There is one down in there. So as you come up here, there's another huge section up here. It's just really well done, really well laid out, really well thought out. Often you'll get a massive quarry like this that will just have a lime station in the bottom of it. And there's nothing wrong with that, because it's, you know, you'd be going down there, it's a lime quarry, you go and get it. But I like the fact you've got the option to do it if you want to. It's all here, which is fantastic. I'm not going to go around that side, but there's a little bridge that goes over that will take us out. I'm going to have to kind of head out and do something a bit dicey on the way out, but that's not a problem. As you go around the map, there are points like this where the road is very uneven and very bumpy. Speed is not your friend. Let me just say that from going around. But under the bridge here, another massive rock area. This may not be your cup of tea. You may not like doing rock and lime and that kind of stuff, but this one here goes all the way around. So you think even if you spend 700 grand, you're going to make that back easily. And you might want to do it that you buy it before you even start your Let's Play. Set it all up, put some money in, buy it, and you start off and you're running the quarry. And then you want to expand into farming, that kind of thing, maybe, I don't know, you know, something along those lines. But, and the way it's kind of integrated works, you know. So, come round, we've got more to the left there. No shortage, you haven't got to worry at all. But what's very cool, there's lime down there. Awesome. But here, you've got a debris crusher, but it's built into the factory. So it kind of, you drop into there, it's all built in. Absolutely brilliant. Now, you can buy the land, as I've already shown you, but you can buy this as a production chain. So this is the lime production for 150 grand. I'm going to simply have to put a bit of extra money. But you can hear it's running, because at the moment it's just a sell point. I can bring rock here, tip it in there, I'll make some money, no problem at all. But if I buy the production chain for 150 grand, I don't have to have bought the land to do it, although the rock is on the land, and if you're going to need to access the rock, you're probably going to need to buy the land, but you might get rock elsewhere or buy elsewhere, it's up to you. If we manage our production, as you can see there, 480 cycles per month, stone in, lime out. So it's 12 in, 9 out. It's not necessarily going to be the fastest production out there, but you can get your quarry going. And once if you do buy the land, there are a few places you might be able to put a place called down. Lime station there as well. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, there's some modded lime crushers and stuff that are fairly rapid and work really well, ones that I've used before on various different Let's Plays. So yeah, the quarry, awesome. Really nice feature to have on. I'm just thinking, what might be the best way of doing this? Just close your eyes. God, those pickups are pretty mint, aren't they? So, more rock up here. Let's head out the quarry and carry on, shall we? So we're heading south now, pretty much the middle of the map. There's a river that runs up through the map, which is going to cross over here. Now this is bridge, it's one of those ones, it's the rickety bridge, you know, the Sosnovka bridge, but there's boards and planks been added onto here that, as you can see, the drive across move and flip, and admittedly it gives you that initial thing of, oh blimey, you know, it feels like the bridge is going to come apart, aren't you, as you go. It's very cool, very cleverly done. Yeah, that one just fell off and into the water, didn't it? Anyway, across the rickety bridge. Now we're going to head north and then out to the east. Next cluster of sell points and vehicle workshop. Watch where I'm going. Onto a proper metalled road, and the vehicle workshop store is here. Now I've got a little video clip I'm going to show you. you may be a little bit puzzled. When you get here, if it's before 9 AM, these gates will be locked. And the sign does say it opens at 7 AM. It doesn't. It opens at 9 AM. Because I got here and thought, well, hang on a minute, it was 8 something, it was still locked, I couldn't open the door. So, let me just show you that. So there you go. If we come into here, case dealer, as you can see, and again, the level of detail is astounding. It's astonishing. The amount of stuff in here is just brilliant. But I have a problem. I have a YouTuber problem here. There's all stuff about all the case dealer. There's your forklift, which is brilliant. Did I turn off the... hang on. I didn't think I had. Oh no, it's on. Loading areas here, so if you want to take vehicles, there's all sorts of stuff you could do storylines with, which is amazing. Looks like they're working on other stuff as well. There's Deutz Far in there, but as I come round to here, we've got our workshop trigger just in there, and then just over to the left-hand side inside the building, you can go in. There's a lovely lady there at the reception desk, and you've got your vehicle workshop icon and trigger there. But inside, there's a radio playing. It sounds like it's playing Bob Dylan. I was trying to work out what it was. But because it's playing a song, an actual song, I'd get a copyright strike for the music, so I can't go in there, can't show you it. But you, well, too close. But from here, you can see. I mean, there's so much stuff going on in here. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, but that's where it is in there. Those doors do open. Drive-through, workshop triggers in there, and the vehicle trigger too. This is also the reset point, so if you have any issues or you just want to reset a vehicle, it will reset back to here. All very lovely. Plenty of space, big machinery, you're not going to have a problem getting it in or out. So, that's the vehicle store and workshop trigger. If we carry on along here, we have got an electricity charge point at the back of here. I'm assuming the price of fuel has dropped. And everyone suddenly decided, let's just honk down to the pumps, or there's a fuel shortage and people are just queuing to get it, one of the two, but there's a lot of traffic here. Electric recharge station, gas station point just here, and we've got a fast food restaurant up in the corner, so if you're charging up your electric vehicle, you need to give it a little bit of time, pop into the diner, get yourself something to eat. Lovely. Come around the back of here, don't have to come around the back, we can go around the front, but large facility and building here. This is the grain elevator sell point. Around the front there was another lime station. Again, plenty of room here. So, grain elevator sell point is just there. Lime station is just there. Let's have a quick check on the map to see where we've been. I haven't done that for a while. So, started the main farm. Did all of that. Then we came out of there. And we did all the sell points around here, went up there, around the back, and then came back out. Down to the quarry, came out, across the river, the rickety bridge there. Up the other side, say the river, it does split actually, doesn't it? Vehicle workshop, grain elevator, gas station, fast food restaurant. We're now here at grain elevator and lime station. We're going to head out to these points here. Like I say, I haven't come across a biogas plant. Like I say, it's not the end of the world. It's normally on my list of things to look for. And if there is one, it's then you check, do you get the biogas plant when you buy the land? Do you get the biogas plant just by buying the biogas plant? If you do, does it run any faster than normal ones? Does it take any extra crop types? There's all the sort of stuff I have to look for when I'm doing a map tour. But we are now at Lizard Logistics sell point, and again, sound effects. Very cool, that's there. If we go around the back, I think this was the route I took around, we've got the cereal factory. And again, really integrated well. All put in, it doesn't feel like it's just cereal factory, plonk, grain mill, plonk. It's part of this big industrial complex. It's all built in together around, that gradual expansion of it. Grain elevator here built in. You're putting into the grain, not grain elevator, grain mill. Production chain is there, but then we come around this side and we've got the rest of it. So you buy production plant, pallet point, all around there. We've then got oil mill next door. And then we come from the oil mill back out and round, and we've got the biomass heating plant, which is just here. And then we've got next door to that debris crusher. Just a sell point, not a lime production or anything like that, but a debris crusher just there. Now we're going to follow this track round to the sawmill, the soyuz. Forestry, just there. Like I say, there's two big sort of chunks of forestry. This is the one that I said was around the sawmill. We can drive round and come back into the sawmill from the other side. I suppose we shouldn't really. I was going to hop the fence, but we shouldn't. Cutting corners. So, sawmill, and again, built in, works. Sound effects are really good. It looks like it's used, you know, with all the debris on the ground and that kind of stuff. It doesn't feel too clinical. Your log point just there, your buy point or manage is just there. The people that own it, run it, you assume, live up there. And then the wood chip, it's not, again, not just plonked, it's here. Piles of wood chips around it, so your byproduct of your wood chips, you come and collect from there. It works. I really like this map, not just because of the quarry. I just think, as I said, the layout's great. There's little bits like this all over the place as well, like little sort of speed bumps and just little details that I often say it. If they weren't there, you'd never know. But the fact they are there, they've been added in. It adds a little bit more, and there's just a lot more thought that's gone into it. You know, that kind of, oh, you know what we could do with here. You know, I don't know. It's just that little bit extra. So from here, across the river again, or this part of the river. Again, sort of built-in speed bumps, just part of the bridge, but it does make you slow down a little bit. Otherwise, you end up catapulted into the water. And then we've got the turning up towards the livestock market, animal dealer. Brilliant. Open up the gates and let's drive straight in. Again, loads going on, animals moving around, animal transport vehicles already here, people moving about. It's great. So we've got just here, we've got the animal dealer sell point, bales, etc. To this side, we've got the animal food point. This is a buy point. You can buy pig food, total mixed ration and mineral feed from here. The mixer mixes it for you. You just come along with whatever vehicle, trailer, whatever, and you can buy it from there. We carry on a bit further. We've got a buy point for manure and liquid manure, slurry. That's a buy point, like I said. Animals are all in here. But that detail, that little bit, that immersion, you've got your animals, they're all here. Pigs and sheep and cows and whatever, but the flies. Not just because we're next to that, but you know, you would get them, especially when the weather gets warmer, that kind of thing. Nice detail. And then round the back here, we've got the livestock market, animal dealer, point for buying and selling of said animals. And then from here, it's all wilderness. All to the north, the wildlands. Do you dare tame them? Do you start there and work your way back? Are you a wild man of the woods and you gradually work your way into the civilization? It's up to you. Be aware, there are some bits here that again could catapult you into the stratosphere. Just take your time. It can be a bit bumpy and undulating here and there, as you can see, but all to the north there's trees to be removed, cut down, logged, however you want to go about it, mulched, wood chipped, but the expanse up here is huge. So we came from there, sawmill, out from there, across the bridge, up to here, animal dealer and all the sell points and stuff here, and then all of that is all for you to do whatever you want with. And that's the map. That's the Green Valley by Zero Oito. Brilliant. I think it's a fantastic map, but that's my own personal opinion. It may not be your cup of tea at all. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.